Christ martyr. Don't come in and me feel Santa.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the background is the Where the Money Day Riddim. Where the Money Riddim. So Where the Money Riddim is playing right now at the background, and trust me, we have a lot of things to say tonight on this particular rhythm here. You understand me? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Kwesi Bako, known in the reggae dancehall fraternity as Jah Beloved. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, a matter of fact, I want you to listen to this carefully. This is an idea of the embodiment of the imperial media concept with the label Koromantise Muziki. Now, Jah Beloved is that artist who had wanted to even release an album, but the man goes to boom and look into it, and he was like, yo, listen, what is happening now in Ghana? I need to rescue my people based on these royalties issues. And sometimes when we contact Gamro can't even, they don't know where to turn. So he was like, he would like to put a pause on his own program in terms of releasing an album to do this particular project. That is Where the Money Riddim. This rhythm officially was supposed to be Jah Beloved alone on this particular rhythm. But he sat down together with the Imperial Media Concept Group, and they were like, no, this should be a project. Remember, we've spoken to Jah Beloved already on this particular network. Tonight, we want to base our conversation strictly on Where the Money Riddim. Let's go on the line and talk to Jah Beloved all the way from America. Jah Beloved.
Blessed love, King Lagazee. You don't know, you're the best.
Yo!
You know?
Yo! Yo! Me give you a blast on that. You understand me? How are you doing, my brother? How are you doing?
I'm good, King Lagazee. Blessed love, my brother.
All right.
Love. Give thanks for the opportunity.
We give thanks. So, let's start the whole thing. If you can tell us a bit about Imperial Media Concept and also the Koromantise Muziki label.
Yeah, give thanks once again, Lagazee, and greetings to all your listeners, cherished listeners. One big salute to all of you. So, yeah, Imperial Media Concept is actually a New York-based media organization, I should say. It's not just music; it's into all different forms of media, audiovisual, and all of that. But the music branch of it is called Koromantise Muziki.
Mm-hmm.
And Koromantise Muziki is strictly focused on promoting Ghanaian reggae dance hall. Of course, we cross over into other areas and stuff like that, but they are mostly focused on promoting GH reggae dancehall.
Oh, okay. So the Koromantise Muziki label, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, let's talk about the Imperial Media Concept.
Yeah. Well, so Imperial Media Concept is the mother organization, and like I said, they do with a whole lot more. They have like a videography unit. They have like a website which is called www.ghnewsnow.com, and then they also have like different aspects come together to make the Imperial Media Concept. And Koromantise Muziki is just one facet of that.
Okay, all right. Now, Jah Beloved, I've been thinking about this from the day we started reasoning about this particular where the money they read him. I'm like, for you to put your album on hold and deciding to do this project and put, like strictly Ghanaian artists on this rhythm, I'm like, what exactly could have triggered this for you to put your own project on hold and jump onto this?
Well, I would say Nineveh, that's the hashtag, Nineveh, because remember the story in the Bible where just sent Jonah to go at Nineveh, and Jonah decided to go the other way and go do some next things. I think it was a similar story, because I was fixated on a lot of other things, apart from doing what I have to do, and just somehow grabbed me and set me on the course and set me to do it, so a lot of it, I would say, is divine. But really and truly what happened is, Muziki, which is also producing my album, we have weekly meetings. We talk about, the best way to promote and all of that. And then we realized that GH Reggae Dancehall really is not even getting the sort of attention that it needs to get. Truth be told, we're not even thinking too much of releasing my album, as a Ghana album like that. But we decided that a prophet needs a certain level of respect from his own backyard too, So if the music doesn't do well in my own backyard, it's not good. So we decided, okay, let's go shine up that spot a little bit. So through join like that, we just came up with the idea of, okay, why don't we do this project to expose what potentially the industry has, before we put out the album. And I didn't like the idea, to be honest with you. I was not initially like, but eventually they talked me into it, and I was like, yeah. So I actually see it as, fertilizing the ground before I sow my seed, because I feel like if we're able to get a lot of attention, eyeballs, and ears in that area, by the time I release my album, the ground will be fertile already and it will be smooth sailing, So it's a bit of that, but also we also want to set up a system where it's an industry where people are actually making a living off of it. Bloggers, videographers, beat makers, the musicians themselves, DJs, most of all. Everybody's getting a piece of the pie, so that they are more focused on doing it, and then that's when we have an industry.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, 33 minutes got into the R80 on Hitz 103.9 FM. I'm talking to Jah Beloved all the way from New York. Trust me. And he's telling us the reasons behind where the money Riddim, you understand me? Or specifically the project. Okay. So let's talk about where the money Riddim now. Why where the money? Is it because the system in Ghana is so hard in such a way that people are looking for money and they are not getting it? So you decided to at least to be a bit sarcastic and say, yo, where the money? Sikano way.
Yeah, true that. Well, yeah, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. It's just we just there's so many ways you could pitch that question. If you owe me money and I meet you on the street, yo, where me money there? At the same time, it's too many different ways you can see that. But really and truly, the song is directed at the politics on them, This particular song. It's directed at the politics on them because they seem to be the only people who are not complaining in Ghana right now. Everybody's complaining. The minimum wage is still where it's at, and people still got to eat a living out of that. It's not easy. So basically, yeah, that's where the money they come from. It's just basically telling the politician and to give me some of their money too.
Definitely. All right. So we have Mokin says He's doing the listening. He say, "Yo, Lagazee, I'm listening to you live inside Taifa. I'd like to say big respect to Kwesi Shirin Shiri. Yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. All right, so.
Moki. You know, Moki is on the rhythm too, you know, Lagazee.
Oh, wow.
Moki is on the rhythm.
Wow.
Yeah. He has a song called Bless It Up on this rhythm, and it's coming. Wait for it.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about the rhythm now and the way and manner you used to select, the artist on this particular rhythm.
So what happened is when we started this project, right? We had consultations, like I've been saying, and we decided that we need to have certain people on the project to make it legit, right? So those people, we approached them. Kente is one of them. Nilante is one of them. I don't want to mention all the names for obvious reasons. But these people we thought were foundation to the project. If we didn't have them, it wasn't gonna make it that strong. So we approached those, and after we had those, we opened it up. Initially, we wanted just 10 artists. When we opened it up, we had a flurry of artists showing interest. So we kept increasing the number until we got to 20, 21, and I'm like, okay, we gotta somehow find a cutoff point, So we cut it off, and we still kept having requests. Because of that, we have 21 solid artists on the official list. We have 4 artists on the bonus list. We have 1 artist who did the jazz version, and we have 2 surprise features coming up. So it's just mind-blowing. It just keeps growing. Just yesterday, I had a request from 1 artist wanting to be on it too. So I'm very happy about how this whole thing is turning out. But the criteria we used really was that, number 1, first and foremost, you had to be a Ghanaian a Ghanaian reggae dancehall artist. You had to be Ghanaian, no question about that. And after being Ghanaian, you had to be a GH dancehall artist or reggae artist. Now, with that too, we had to kind of like look at it closely, because some of these artists, like one of the artists that did a jazz version, is not really a reggae artist, but he is like a crossover artist. Now, there's also another artist who did a bonus track called Fantiman Juju. Fantiman Juju doesn't also see himself as a reggae artist. He's also more or less like a crossover artist. So those are the only exceptions that could be made. Otherwise, all the artists had to be Ghanaian, and then they had to be reggae or dancehall artists. And then, of course, your stuff has to be good. It has to be something that we can market, And then I personally suggested some artists be put on it because I want these artists highlighted. I think these artists have more talent that we are not giving enough attention to. So I personally made my list and submitted it to the team to have these people included, including some artists from Kumasi like Adikesie and Kwesiliva, great artists who are not getting enough shine, in my opinion.
Okay, but you made mention of you must be a Ghanaian artist to be part of this particular project.
Yes.
Why that particular concept in terms of you being a Ghanaian artist before you be part of this?
Because the whole idea is to promote GH reggae dancehall, So, for instance, the beat, the What the Money rhythm, we had another bad rhythm which was by one Jamaican brother here, but we said no. If we use that, we're defeating the whole purpose, right? Because the whole idea is to set up this project to showcase Ghanaian ingenuity. So right from making the beat to all the artists that are singing on it, to the bloggers that are doing it, to the DJs like yourself who are promoting it, to the artists themselves, to everybody on this project is Ghanaian. However, yesterday I was caught by surprise because I didn't even think about it. Some of the artists featured people who would sing a line or sing a verse or something like that. Those, like even my song, the person who sang the line is Jamaican, right? But that's about as far as it goes. Apart from that, everything on this project is 100% authentically Ghanaian.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Kwesi Bako all the way from New York. we're talking about where the money Riddim. And you know what is happening in the system right now? Yesterday, Sikano Akoshahin. Sikano Akoshahin. Oh God. All right, so we have like 21 artists on it, and then plus another one plus a bonus one and all that. How is this going to be released?
So that's a very interesting question. That's a great question, King Lagazee. The way we're going to do this thing is such that we're not even going to release this as an album. This is the reason why. If we release it as an album, then we have to take the royalties collectively and figure out how to share the royalties to the artists.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that Koromantise Muziki is not equipped to do. Koromantise Muziki, by the way, is a small company. Okay, it's not any of these big companies that are signing people and giving them millions of dollars. So they don't have the wherewithal to do all of that. So the way around that is to publish the music individually, so that the royalties go directly to the artists. This is how it works. We, as Koromantise Muziki, take a certain percentage of the royalties, being as we are spending the money doing everything, right? Publishing, promoting, mixing, mastering, all of that. The only money that the artist spends is the money that he goes to the studio to record his vocal stems with, which really is a drop in the bucket if you consider the totality of the production cost. Now, after all that's done, we take a certain percentage for that work done. We give the bulk of the royalties to the artist, and then we have a system where we are asking these artists to please cede some of the royalties so that we put it in a fund to give to DJs. Let me explain that. We as artists will record music, we spend a lot of money, and then we go to the DJs to play it, and then we don't get the airplay because some of the DJs are asking for payo. Some of the DJs have all different reasons why they don't want to play it. Now, if we are able to create legitimate payo, which goes on and on and on, rather than a one-time payo that you take and that's it, you eat fufu and a punch and that's it, right? So what we're doing is we take some of the royalties from the artist, we take some of the royalties from ourselves, and then we put it in a fund. And we have other ways that we're going through to get more money to add to that so that we put it in a fund. The other aspect of it is that we are almost through with developing this app, which the DJs will use. So as a DJ, if you install the app on your phone, anytime you play any of our artists, all you have to do is to log it in on the app. Sort of like Ubering type of thing, So you put your thing in, and then we get it on the back end and notice that, he played the Wise on this day for this time, or he played Rasgumba on this day for that. So all of that translates into money for you as a DJ. Now, the artist is then free from all that payo wahala, right? We've taken that wahala on ourselves and we are dealing with this for you. And we're telling the DJs that DJs play the music, and once you play it and you log it, that we can prove that you played it, come to us and we'll give you something for doing that, right? So that's what it is right now. And we through this system we hope to get a lot of DJs involved so that everybody puts their shoulders to the wheel, to promote the music. That's how we are publishing it. But like you asked, the royalties are going directly to the artists because we publish the music not in our name, or we publish it as a joint project between us and the artist and split the royalty the way it should go and put the rest in a fund to give to the DJs so that they will get a proper promotion for the work.
Okay. All right. This is quite plain and detailed. You understand me? So any artist working with Koromantise Muziki, you should know that, all right, for the first time, maybe me doing music for so many years and not getting royalties and all that. For the first time working with maybe Koromantise Muziki, I'm going to get royalties for the first time, right? Which will come directly, to me, right?
Yes, indeed. And let me clarify something too. It's not just the artists on this project who are welcome to this thing, right? after the project is launched, we'll open it up for any artist that wants to be on it, okay, to come under, which means that your music doesn't have to be produced by us, okay. Once you are in that foundation, that's what we call it, the foundation concept. Once you are in the foundation, your own music that you produce by yourself also qualifies for that. Except that once you're doing that, it means that before you publish that particular music, you should agree to cede some of the royalties to that fund also. So that it's not, even if it's not produced by us, you're still giving some of the royalties so that the DJs will play your music. You know, so like I said, it's not just Koromantise Muziki artists that will benefit from that. It's any artist that wants to benefit from that. It's welcome to benefit from that.
Was the Riddim produced by a Ghanaian?
Most definitely, it's produced by this guy that I was in Lagos with, and he's amazing. He's called Fantiman Juju. I mentioned his name already. That's his name, Fantiman Juju. Okay. Yes, great musician. He was in the music department of the School of Performing Arts. Okay. Well, when I was there, doing drama, he was doing music, and we did. He did a music on my final project. So that's how I know how fire he was. And we kept our friendship all these days until now, when you're seeing what you're seeing.
Okay. So how is the songs going to be released? Like yours is coming out tonight or tomorrow or when? Or is it out already?
Mine is already out. Mine was out on the 17th. Okay. Yes, and the first set of 5, which is Kente, Nilante, Elise Koina, Jawais, and Osajifo, is coming out on the 24th. Okay. Those 5 will drop on the 24th, plus one bonus track, plus Fancy Majichu. They're all dropping on the 24th. 2 weeks after that, which is I think the 7th, we'll release another set of 5. 2 weeks after that, we'll release another set of 5 until all of them are done. And every time we release a set of 5, we'll release one bonus track. Okay. And then in the last set of 5, we'll release the 2 surprise features. And those 2 surprise features will sweep everybody off your feet. If you're not swept off your feet with those 2, you're not normal.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about your song now. Where the Money Day. What inspired that?
So it's just, and it's funny you ask that too, because you know what, the rhythm was actually not even made for this song, right? The rhythm was made for another song. Now when it was sent to me and I put it in and I started listening to it, I just started singing What the Money Day, and I'm like, let's make another beat for that song and keep this one for this one, So that's actually what happened. But yeah, it was just inspired by the incessant news I hear every day from Ghana, my beloved country, about how things are not easy, And I know that every season people complain about things not being easy, but this particular time, it's a bit too loud for me, And with all the noise that you hear about this and that and the next, we're not here to chastise nobody. We're just here to ask the politician or whoever has the money to let go it for the people so they will be free. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying.
Okay. All right. So now I have you on the line now. Do me a favor and introduce Where the Money Day whilst I play it over here.
Oh, wow. All right. I'll try. King Lagazee is trying to make me do his job. I'll try.
All right. All right, let's keep it.
People, one love. One love, people. Yes, indeed. So first time airplay, you don't know, on this program, YaadSettingz, Hitz FM. You don't know. If you can't catch this one, you are not doing it right. Listen to this as we drop this sound straight from the yard of Koromantise Muziki. First time airplay. King Lagazee, drop it, man. Where do you want it?
Hot a fire burn them. Red lava done them. Diarrhea run this.
Yourselves on fire, you're killing people every day. Anytime you open lie, you're leading my people astray.
Government by family and friends, corruption never end. And you tell us, you what God said, but when we turn around the bend, you deep in with the pen. Coffee with family, and I struggle with fed. And when you come after we, like a dog on the end. What a pity when we sell our dignity as men. While the teacher them attack me from the rear end. Leave it to what they end. I'm the flip, which are telling I and I feel with it. With the money that me forget is the
on fire, you're killing people every day. Every time you open your mouth, I feel like you're leading my people astray.
Government by family and friends, corruption never end. And you tell us, you are God sent, but when we turn around the bend, you deep in with a pen. Coffee with family, and I struggle with friends. And when you come after we, like a cock on the end. What a pity when we sell our dignity as men. Why teacher them attack me from the rear end? Big to the end. And the fifth, you are telling I and I feel repent. With the money in my pocket is a mountain again. And when the supper ever wide, the fences get met. So this person I send
Where the money there? Where the money there? Where the money there?
Where the money there? Where the money there?
Where the money there? Where the money there? Where the money there? Where the money there? Where the money there? Where the money there?
and me say where the money there.
I don't know.
Whoa, at the fire bondi. Until they shade them mind, the wrath of God upon them.
Voice of the one called Jah Beloved.
Show your life
Where the money day?
wrong education, you're posing yourself.
Where is the money?
But when the church and the state, caliber.
Some people are saying that Ghana is now to be compared to the US and the UK.
Don't do it, Ed. Them say you have the right to talk, but talk too loud.
Go on the street and see.
French is there for the lead.
Oh God.
Led.
Every day petrol prices are increasing.
Get the youth boss
The
up.
poor people are suffering.
We run. If them can't,
Where the money day?
we done. And we not no more room for them like them kids are gone. At their fire burner. And we say,
Where the money there? Where the money there? Where the money there?
So Jah Beloved,
Yes, sir.
if somebody wants to stream this music, where exactly can the person get it?
From King Lagazee. All right. So right now, the process is that we're hoping that by the time it hits the airways, it will also be available on the digital platforms. However, we don't control that. We give the music to the publishers, and they decide when they are, they've done their things. So currently, it's not on the digital platforms yet. It's been submitted, most def. The 5 plus this one plus the Riddim plus the bonus track have all been submitted with the publishers. Very soon, the link to that will be out, and then we'll share it. You will get it on anywhere you get your music from: Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever. You will be all those places. You will find them there, most definitely. And then also, catch your favorite DJ, because your DJs will be dropping them across the length and breadth of Ghana.
Okay. All right.
hot on fire burn them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jah Beloved.
Never done them.
Where the money day? So, finally, when you said it's been submitted to the publishers and all that, but finally, you should be able to tell us that maybe, on Friday we'll get it, or next week Monday we'll get it, or this day we'll get it.
Unfortunately, I can't do that, Lagazee, because like I said, I don't control that. We don't control that. What we do is you submit the music to the publishers, and they have their own way of going through the different ways to check whether it's not somebody else's music you're putting up and and all of that, So we Lego that to them, and honestly, like I said, I was hoping that they would finish that before we do the radio release, but they didn't, and we're not waiting for them. We're gonna release it and let the people hear it, and then we'll follow up with it. But trust me, like like you said, let me stick my neck out and say that within about 2 weeks, we should have it on the digital platforms.
Okay. All right, Jah Beloved, if you have anything again to say in terms of maybe your social media handles, where to get you and all that, just do the honorable thing for us by putting them out so we can know where to follow you, so that when it is ready and you put the link out, we can also go there and stream.
You can find it there most definitely. So my Facebook page is Jah Beloved. I have 2 Facebook pages. I have my main Facebook page, and I have my artist Facebook page. Please use the artist Facebook page, because I have some assistants who check my personal, and if your name is not one they recognize, they might not accept. So please use the Jah Beloved for Facebook. On Twitter, it's Kwesi Bako, and then on Instagram, it's Real Jah Beloved. Real Jah Beloved, So yeah, basically all of those ones could get me through that. Yes, indeed.
All right. So a quick one before I leave you finally. In terms of dealing with a Ghanaian artist, how was it like?
Oh my God. Okay. So all right. So I'll just say that it's been an experience, and I knew what I was going in for. Right, because because I represent the Ghanaian artists with Koromantise Muziki. The rest of the team don't know all these artists. I know them, so anything, I'm the one who says, "Oh, this artist is like this and he does that, he does that." And I have to say that the Ghanaian artists from this experience has shown that they have serious quality. But how to package that quality is what we need to work on. Some artists, you ask them for something like a bio. I think every artist should be ready with his bio. If you ask for your bio as an artist, you should be able to pull it within maximum 1 hour. Yes, I think so. You should have your promo photos on standby. You should have everything on standby, so that when the opportunity comes, you are ready to go. It's not like when the opportunity comes, it's when you are going to look for somebody to write a bio for you. Some artists gave us bios that were like 5 years old that have to be updated. Some of the artists, we had to write the bios for them and all of that. We're not complaining. It's part of the work that we want to do, because we want to promote the industry. So what I'm saying is that right now we have seen where the work is, and we are going to zero in and go in and try to individual artists, if we can help them, show them what exactly they need to add to their package to make them, gel even better. But working with a Ghanaian artist, I love it, honestly, with all the challenges and everything. Some of them are full of ego. I won't even mince my words. But we welcome all of that, because as an artist, you need a certain degree of ego. Just don't let it go too much overboard.
Definitely. Okay, Jah Beloved, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. We'll be looking forward in terms of the Where the Money Riddim. We'll be looking forward per the releases, and then we'll be following it, keenly, so that whatever happens, we'll let the masses know.
Most definitely. Give thanks, King Lagazee. And before I go, one more thing you don't know. Sitting here meditating and pondering on what's on our plate today. Thinking of Hitz FM. And Hawking Lagazee are doing it today. Has the song touched your ears drums today? Blessed love, King Lagazee, and say, are you at the maga?
Yeah, man, respect.